Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're taking a look at 10 games that just totally vanished in 2023. Before we begin, we publish new videos all week long, so be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Marvel's Avengers.
Guess I really kicked the hornet's nest.
With its disgusting monetization and putrid live service model, Marvel's Avengers deserved every ounce of criticism it received. So many players refused to buy the game, or returned copies for refunds, that Square Enix lost more than $60 million making the game. In January 2023, Crystal Dynamics announced that no further developments were being made. One final update would go out 2 months later, and the game would be pulled from sale on September 30th, 2023. In that time, players were given 8 months to grab the game for dirt cheap. Really, you could get it for less than $5 in most places. While the removal of microtransactions was an improvement, it didn't fix the cringy writing and the mundane combat system. So, good riddance.
Is it dead?
Rumbleverse. To its credit, Rumbleverse was a rather unique battle royale game. Through the theme of pro wrestling, players could run around a wide map fighting against others while collecting items to boost stats and grant new attacks. It was a game where you had to build your loadout as the game progressed. Here's the main problem though. It was a battle royale game. We are at a point where the market has its stars already. If you want a battle royale anything, you're either already playing Fortnite, PUBG, Fall Guys, Apex Legends, or Call of Duty Warzone. There simply isn't room for anything else in this space. What Iron Galaxy put together here was cool and all, but everyone has already chosen their battle royale games. This effort felt like it was super late to the party. Who knows, maybe it would have found an audience had it come out in 2018.
Oh, yikes! Amazing!
Friday the 13th, the game. Poor Jason Voorhees had some real momentum going until a lawsuit brought the Jason X expansion to an immediate halt. Due to how long it went on for, developer IllFonic was forced to cease support entirely for the game, effectively canceling the expansion. Since 2018, the game has been on life support until it was announced in June 2023 that it was getting delisted. Publisher Gun Interactive slashed the price of the game from $19.99 to $4.99 USD and dropped all DLC prices to just under $1. Servers for peer-to-peer matchmaking will remain active until December 31st, 2024, but after that date, the game will become totally unplayable. No single-player challenges, no virtual cabin, nothing at all will be accessible due to the game requiring a constant online connection. So, hopefully you got yourself a copy before it was gone after December 31st, 2023.
Special toy.
PacMan 99.
This game is available as a special offer for Nintendo Switch Online members.
PacMan 99 saw a somewhat lengthy lifespan compared to Super Mario 35. However, it sort of saw a similar fate to Rumbleverse. Not only was the Battle Royale market a crowded mess, most folks found more enjoyment in Tetris 99. Bandai Namco got behind PacMan 99 for a while and even promoted it on Twitch with tournaments. Alas, it was not meant to be here for long. In May 2023, Nintendo announced that PacMan 99 was going to be shut down. Cosmetic purchases and DLC packs were delisted in August and September respectively. As for the base game, it was delisted in October. Servers closed the same day as the delisting.
PacMan 99 launches April 7th as an exclusive offer for Nintendo Switch Online members.
Crossfire X. Crossfire X was one of the worst games we played in 2022. Really, this game was bad. We got it for free, and it still sucked. We honestly don't know who was actively playing and championing the game until its death in 2023. On February 30th, roughly a year since it launched on Xbox Series XS, developer Smilegate Entertainment announced the game was getting delisted immediately and servers would be closed in May 2023. Much like Friday the 13th, Crossfire X tied all of its content to a constant online connection. So regardless if you wanted to play multiplayer or single player, nothing in the game was accessible, unless you had an online connection. But servers are closed, so nothing's usable. Of course, why would you have wanted to play this dumpster fire in the first place? Just go play a better first-person shooter.
Mission fail. Blacklist win.
Video Horror Society. Moving away from battle royales in shooters for a second, one corner of the internet was super excited for Video Horror Society. Fans of Dead by Daylight were super stoked to see a game with some promise to give DBD a run for its money. The unique theme of old horror VHS movies and more focus on letting the killer and survivors interact with each other more was new and interesting. The honeymoon was over the second Video Horror Society finally launched. Interest died quickly as the game was drip-fed updates, and many players soon discovered just how imbalanced the game was. Playing killer was absolutely miserable, as survivors were given so many opportunities to bully their way to victory. Eventually, killer players left, thus increasing queue times for survivors, thus causing survivor players to leave, until finally, nobody was playing. Video Horror Society shut down on September 8th, 2023, and is no longer purchasable. Now, the game only exists as a Steam store page. Rocket Arena.
At your service.
At first, Rocket Arena looked like a promising PvP game. A whole online shooter centered on shooting rockets at each other? Well, it could have been fun if it wasn't so damn slow. It didn't help that the presentation and art style screamed, "I want to be Fortnite," while the progression system was unbearably grindy. So, no one bothered to give it the time of day. Those that stayed quickly found themselves starved for new content. Publisher Electronic Arts tried desperately to boost numbers through free weekends and even through Xbox Game Pass and EA Play. Alas, it was not enough. Rocket Arena was delisted on November 14th, 2023, with no notice whatsoever to what little player base there may have been. By the time you see this video, chances are the servers have already shut down. Evolve. Evolve has long been known to be one of the most infamously egregious online games to ever exist. Not only did it get pre-orders set up before any ounce of the game was shown, it failed to deliver anything remotely fun unless you were planning to turn the game into a second or third job. Regardless, it did manage to hold some form of a player base for 8 straight years. Somehow. Evolve even tried to shift to a free-to-play model, though it did very little to boost their numbers. While the game did get delisted way back in 2018 and lost its dedicated servers after the delisting, it wasn't until July 6, 2023 when all online functionality ceased across all platforms. In other words, Evolve is now nothing more than a broken piece of plastic. The day before. The day before might just be one of the most embarrassing scams to come from any developer within the last 10 years. It's one thing to blatantly copy another game's art style and presentation, but then there was the whole thing about unpaid volunteers getting participation certificates as payment for their work. Then there was the delay that was supposedly caused by trademark issues, even though the delay was planned before that issue even came to fruition for developer Fantastic. Then there was the constant lying about what kind of game it actually was. Then, not only did they miss their third targeted release window 2 years after their initial one, the game turned out to be a complete asset flip riddled with bugs and stolen assets. The day before lasted only 4 days on the market before it was suddenly delisted on December 11th, 2023. What could have possibly caused such a thing? Oh, it's because the game generated no revenue and the developer ran out of money. And after nuking every presence across social media platforms, what does Fantastic have to say about this whole disaster? Quote, "This was our first big experience. Shit happens." End quote. Gold. Comedy gold here.
The Day Before, an upcoming open-world multiplayer survival game.
The entire Wii U and 3DS library.
Slippy here. I'm okay.
With this final entry, we suppose you could rename this video 1000 Games That Disappeared in 2023. This really was the biggest loss for the gaming industry in terms of game preservation. In February 2022, Nintendo announced the eShops for the Wii U and 3DS would be shutting down. Players had until March 27th, 2023 to buy whatever games they wanted. Video Games Chronicle estimates the shutdown led to the loss of roughly 1,000 games that only ever saw digital-only releases. Some of these that got lost in the fire were Nintendo's own titles, such as 3 Kirby games that only got digital releases, a couple Mario vs. Donkey Kong spin-offs, and a wealth of DLC for Smash Bros., Fire Emblem, and more. Because of this loss, some developers are finding ways to bring their once 3DS-only titles forward to modern platforms. A couple you can look forward to in 2024 are Capcom's Apollo Justice Ace Attorney trilogy and a Switch remaster of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. But RIP 3DS and Wii U, we barely knew you. Did you get to play any of these before their plugs were pulled? Let us know down in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to MojoPlays for more great videos every day.
Okay, just making sure that you don't die on me.
Check out these other great clips from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.